Blitzkrieg is able to win their first game, or if, unfortunately, for them, take the Lantern sweeps at 2-0. So, Greg, what would you think Blitzkrieg should do differently?
Well, I mean, it's what you were talking about in the podcast earlier, and during that last game where they get these leads and then they don't necessarily seem to know what to do with them. Um, Great Beard of Odin had such a great advantage in the top lane. He carved that out for himself very well, and then they got that Baron buff and they didn't 1-4, and I'm still a little confused as to why they didn't even try that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's disadvantage or lack of taking advantage of the advantages they have. I just said advantage about 1,000 times there. Um, but I mean that is something that they should hear over and over again is, take advantage of when you have the lead, when you have the edge, use
Hmm.
that edge. And, they have the potential to do it. Um, a very hard fought, very close game coming out of them in that set, or in this set even. And
Hmm.
we just need to see if they're able to edge it out. I think they have the opportunity to do it. Um, I liked their focus. I'd like to see. I mean, obviously, if they're still comfortable in the Kaisa, fine. Maybe a different ADC like Caitlyn could work out for them pretty well too. Um, and just something that can challenge, because I mean, a lot of the fights that they lost came down to the fact that Ace didn't die.
Hmm.
So if you can find someone who can close out that artillery AP champion, that will help quite a bit.
Yeah, or do you aim three bans at Ace at this point?
Well, sure, but
Because
even then he'll just play Ryze or Annie or Swain or something. I mean, he does have other champions. It's just,
hmm.
how many champions do you waste on one lane when there are
Sure.
so many other threats?
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah, for me
just
it's also unfortunate. Cheney missed a couple Sejuani ultimates that
right.
could have been pivotal had he landed them. Don't want to speculate too much and
So
say that it
unfair.
would have completely turned around the game, but
Hmm.
it is something worth mentioning. Where to me, Blitzkrieg had chances
Right.
to win that game. They just didn't quite. They either didn't execute correctly or they didn't necessarily think out how to press their advantage correctly.
Use cowardice.
Yeah, absolutely. The not understanding their advantage and a few misplays, but that happens quite often in the LCUS in general, and we'll just see if they're able to overcome. Skill shots have actually been the name of the game for quite a few of the things that we've seen today. What with be it the Ari with the charms in the mid lane early today, or with the Sejuani ults now. And we'll see. I'm guessing Cheney will stick with Sejuani. She's a good character. She did good stuff. Zac could also be a potential. We'll just have to see.
See the two same bands.
Yep.
And they do the Xerath now as well. So Blitzkrieg aiming everything at Ace early on. Meanwhile, Shen, Swain, and Graves from Take the Lantern. Any surprises there for you?
No, those are the same bands I did last time.
Hmm.
So they're keeping very consistent, keeping Shen away from Great Beard of Odin, keeping Graves off the field because obviously he's powerful right now. And I'm guessing Swain is one of Yuja's picks.
And the first pick Ari again, if I'm not mistaken. Take the Lantern took Nami with their first pick, not necessarily first pick overall, last game as well.
I believe you're correct. Ooh, Ezreal. All right. Most likely a bot lane, but we'll see.
Hmm.
Means Kaisa's probably off the board unless that's someone Anodyne wants to try. Or Andy. Andy.
Now I just want to call him Anodyne. That sounds way more badass, actually. But
I'm adding like 6 different letters in there. I don't pronounce
The
things,
Sejuani.
man. Alright, so
The Sejuani, as you predicted, they stuck with that.
yeah, I mean it was a good pick.
Mhm.
Oh, are they really gonna go Pike? I also would like to note that I was completely wrong on Pike getting picked banned every game. But that's fine.
Well, if they go Pike now, it would certainly not be support with the first pick Nami.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they won't.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is just trolling, but we're down to 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Boo. Let's switch to Jin at the last second for Andy. So you see Blitzkrieg with the Ezreal pick as opposed to the Kai'Sa certainly going for an earlier power spike coming out of, it seems like maybe their star player, Goonstomp in the bot lane.
Absolutely, and on top of that, they if they had had that stronger power spike in the beginning of the game, I think they would have done better. I'm guessing they believe that as well. Interesting to see the Jhin instead of Lucian's, but Lucian also didn't do too great last game. Jhin, I'm wondering if Andy's going to take the new item for Jhin, or if, like he snuffed Essence Reaver, he's going to snuff Jhin's.
Stormrazor, yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm excited to see if he does build Stormrazor, how that works out, and if we'll see the double tier from Goonstomp.
Oh, all right.
Malphite ban aimed at Darien there.
So not targeting all of Ace's other champs. Malphite did do really well last game. Taking out that Scion, good pick. Get away from Odin. Just like last game, don't want Odin to have any fun. I'm guessing they won't ban out the Gnar, but we'll see. Oh, Brand as well.
Brand ban, okay.
Ace has Brand in his arsenal. It's not one of his, I wouldn't even say it's in his top 10 champs, but it is someone he has used in the past. I'm expecting like Annie or Ryze. Probably not Azir.
Gnar ban.
I mean, Azir is a champion that he's been playing around with, but I'm guessing he won't get picked up today.
This is such a big game for Take the Lantern in terms of standings as well, because getting 3 points as a point as opposed to 1 point can really separate you from the middle pack here, or keep you right in the midst of it.
Indeed, and of course Blitzkrieg wanting to get things on the board. Ooh, Thresh taken.
Okay, I like it. Thresh Ezreal, very scary bottom lane, potentially in the early game.
Yeah,
but so much sustain comes out from that Nami that, you really gotta find the perfect combo to ever kill a Nami lane, I think.
Very skill shot heavy team coming out here. You got the Thresh hooks, you got the Sejuani ult. Yep, there's the Rise.
There's the Rise. Good prediction there, Kenos. Gotta give you props on that one.
Well, it's not really a prediction when you're going down a checklist and Rise is number 4 on the list.
Just let me compliment you, man.
All right, I'll take it.
And so we're just waiting now, probably for the top lane pick. I can't imagine it would be a top lane Trundle, so Maokai. Okay.
All right.
Fits sort of the same role as the Malphite there for Darien in the top lane. Soak up the aggression and then start fights.
And now we'll see who the top lane Odin goes with is.
Oh, please do it. Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, Fiora, such a fun character to watch. I'm excited just that she's even in the game.
Yeah, there are a couple really fun champions to watch. We had a game a few weeks ago with the Irelia Swain top lane.
Oh my gosh.
That was like just them dancing, because it was just endlessly directing and bouncing skill shots, which was crazy. And Fiora is one of those too. I'm actually surprised he didn't go. Oh God, the Yordle riding on the dinosaur. His name I can't remember at the moment. But
Kled.
Yeah, he's played Kled in split pushing roles quite a lot. Not often, but something that happens when other people are taken off the board. Pretty sure that was him. And he does like split pushing, but obviously Fiora can be a very dangerous split pusher as well.
Yeah, for me, Fiora is just one of the most well-designed champions in the game in terms of just being true to her theme.
I know,
as a fencer like that, the way she just dances around, it's very exciting to watch. It's very, very fun.
I liked old Fiora. I appreciate that. I think it's just because I'm kind of down on the new art style for her splashes as well. Her splash art, in terms of the style they were going for her, was much better than this new one, but that's what they decided to go with. I'm not liking the potential durability coming out of Take the Lantern. I mean, they've got like, a tank and a half, maybe, if you add them both together. Whereas Thresh can get very durable, and Sejuani, of course, is one of the tankiest people around.
Now, for me, I mean, there's danger also in that, Fiora she's the Grand Duelist. I believe that's her title. I apologize if that's not correct. But at some point she will outscale this Maokai in the split push game. So there's a timer for Take the Lantern in this game, I think.
Well, not only just because Huge is on Vagar, so Vagar is
Yeah,
himself
also
a clock.
that. Absolutely. In a 1-4 though, I do think the Take the Lantern, they have the initiation power to make things happen with the Realm Warp, the Trundle Pillars, teleport flanks potentially. It will be interesting to see. I mean, if it's an even game when you get to 30 minutes, I do give the advantage to Take the Lantern. But if it's even game at 40 minutes, then I think Blitzkrieg wins. Running away.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that for sure. I'd also, like you said, there's a lot of team disruption potential coming out of Take the Lantern's comp here. Maokai's ults, a lot of waves coming out, and depending how the Jhin ults go down, that could be pretty significant as well. Jhin has very similar potential to the Xerath that we saw, not in terms of the endless poke and wave clear, but in terms of the runs away from a fight and then contributes from a distance. So if Jin's able to get off some initial burst, survive, and then follow up with his ult, they could be in trouble. We'll have to see how that works. Fiora, of course, is one of those characters that doesn't really care if Jhin is ulting, though, because she can time her counters properly.
Yeah, sure.
And at least survive one hit. And it always seems like Jin's like a ballista, where he can't hit the same spot twice. Always seems like he's trying to over predict sometimes when you can just shoot in a straight line. But that also, comes from predicting your opponents who don't want to get shot in the same spot twice either.
And Curtain Call, obviously you talked about Andy being able to run away from fights and then turn around and open up. It can also be used as a very effective initiation tool. So if this becomes a 1-4 game with Odin attempting to split push, initiation becomes so important for Take the Lantern. And to be able to have basically initiation tools on every single one of their characters could end up being pivotal.
I'll have to see where it goes. There's that Blood Moon Jhin. That's the stuff.
I love it. I love it. So much hype in Curtain Call. One of the most exciting abilities in the game, I think.
Yeah, Ace unfortunately not sporting a Rise skin. Couple of good Rise skins. I mean, at least he has skins now, Back when LCUS first started, Ace had no skins.
Trying to channel his inner faker and never use a skin.
No, he's just very proud of not spending money on the game.
Alright, so we load in, Take the Lantern up 1-0 in this series. Blitzkrieg looking for their first win. Take the Lantern looking to jump up the standings a few places. Certainly a big game for both teams. Where do you expect the jungle focus to be early on?
Well, these junglers are a little more likely, maybe not so much the Sejuani, but Trundle is more likely to engage early. If I had to guess, he's probably going to try to help out in the bot lane, or theoretically on Odin in the top lane. Because
get that Odin snowball rolling. Could be very good for them.
Yeah, so got to get lucky going up there and disrupting it is probably what he wants to focus on. Because obviously, like you said, Maokai is probably not going to do too much against our Grand Duelist. And is more just going to be a giant tree blocking her path. And, until she manages to level up enough to learn Cut, she's not going to be able to get through that tree and continue on her journey.
HM01. So, right now, Gotta Get Lucky looks like he just wants to check out where things are starting. Yeah, gets the ward down, so he will know. I believe Sejuani starts blue pretty much all the time anyways. But just some assurance there.
Nope, red buff's going to be a few moments late there. Might stick around a little bit to help, and they do. Jhin gets that last crit off. A lot of help.
Yeah, both bot lanes leashing, so it should be relatively even. Take the Lantern might get a 1 minion advantage, at least experience-wise.
Yeah. Well, let's see how this lane goes for both top and mid. I'm looking forward to quite a bit. to see how it balances out for him. Getting a little bit of lag.
Cheney going quick buff to buff. Skipping the wolves and the chickens. Meanwhile, gotta get lucky, takes the chickens, and looks like he might look for a early scuttle. Yep. Trying to get that vision in the bottom river.
Yeah, he did that last game too, focusing on getting that crab early.
There is a ward down there from Blitzkrieg, so they will know that this is happening. Certainly not in any position to stop it. Ace gets a ward down, so now they spot Cheney. And Huge able to zone Ace away from a couple minions in the mid lane. So the map very much split vertically here, with Blitzkrieg in control of the top side. And take the Lantern in the bottom side. Gotta get lucky, knowing where Cheney is. We'll try to head over and take that Gromp, but nice job by Chaos to come up and stop that.
Yeah, good prediction about where Gotta Get Lucky would be. So that's going to slow down Gotta Get Lucky significantly. Darian and Odin are trading rather equally so far. I'm impressed.
Darian getting a little bit low on mana though.
Ace also getting very low on mana. Spamming all
And
of
he
his
did not
spells.
bring the teleport, which I think you see from a lot of Rise players, respecting that Event Horizon stun, which comes out there, but he's able to dodge it.
Yeah, I mean, teleport is very useful and something that Ace really prefers to do, but I like the idea of having Cleanse to surprise Vagar and possibly Cheney as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard CC that you can get use out of that Cleanse for. In the bottom lane, Andy up 7 CS, now 6 CS. Overall, again, you got the Nami with the sustain helping to bully things. Cheney is down here, and the jump in from Goonstomp. Oh my gosh, that crit though.
That's
Immediately backs him up,
hook.
but the hook does land, and now Andy in a lot of
Oh,
he flashes in for the first blood. Oh my goodness. Turns it around. Hashtag worth. Type it in all chat. 1 for 1, but 400 versus 300 gold going over to the bottom lane.
yeah, great focus there by Andy. You know you're dead. Got to make something happen.
Yeah, I thought he was just accepting it, gonna save the flash, but he said, nope, I'm gonna use the flash, but the other way.
Yeah, Ezreal burned that flash too, so it's an equivalent trade all around, not falling behind.
As you said, a nice hook from Chaos to start that all off. Just the damage of Jhin early on, just surprising Goonstomp, it seemed a little bit there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get out of there. It looked like Andy was a nice little hop, skip, and a jump from getting out of there, but that hook really changed the whole dynamic.
Sentenced to death, but he imposed his own sentence as well onto Goonstomp there. Still, despite the first blood trade, a slight gold lead for Team Blitzkrieg. Most of that looks like coming in, well actually both solo lanes. There's a double-digit CS lead.
Possible go in here on Darian and see what happens.
Very low on mana. They will land the stun. He could be in a lot of trouble. Arcane Smash will back them up. He does have the flash. He does use it. Will they go under turret? They will not. Okay, so Darian does get out.
I might have flashed a second or two earlier there, but good job getting out nonetheless.
Is it?
And Ace has went back before Huge did, picked up that tier, so he's going to have a lot of money, or a lot of mana rather, for a good portion of this. We do have Great Beard of Odin at 6, not significantly before Darian. In fact, Darian will probably end up getting 6 before Odin gets back, but it's still worth noting.
Looks like he'll get it off this minion wave. Yeah, there it is. But a big CS advantage also for Odin, which could end up being a big deal. In the bottom lane, got to get lucky and paying a visit, but nothing doing. They're not going to dive the turret at this point.
Andy's half a level up on Goonstomp.
Yeah, it's a pretty big CS lead as well for Andy there. So not only did he get the first blood, got the better of that gank, but also he's ahead, quite a bit of gold down there. And with the Ezreal building tier first, there's certainly a lot more damage power coming out from Jhin right now.
Yeah, watching people play Jin like Andy really makes me want to try to learn more about the champ. But then I remember the times I play tested with him, and the bullets just bother me.
Yeah, it takes a while to adapt. I enjoy him personally, but yeah, it took me a long time to get used to that. Just as an AD carry player, the fact that you have limited shots. Grand challenge coming out from Odin in the top lane, and Darien has no flash. He is getting very low, puts out the ultimate, Arcane Smash to keep Odin away, and I think he will get out once again. Chaos has to flash in the bot lane, but the gank attempt from Gotta Get Lucky, I guess that's successful, getting the flash out from the support. Gregosaurus Rex also flashed for that, though, so an even trade of summoners. And overall, a lot of excitement, but very little results.
Yeah, Ace was getting pretty aggressive in the mid lane as well, but both of them just get out with scratches. Ace is not anywhere near a power spike yet. Huge, meanwhile, is at 42 stacks. Darien needs to get the hell out of there. Yeah, just go. Just go back, heal up. You're too low. Why
I
should
do
I
wonder,
snipe?
have they seen Cheney in a while? Because if not, this is extremely dangerous from Darien to still be there.
Well, considering they have 0 wards on the map, except for the one in the bot lane, I'd imagine they haven't seen him. Really poor warding coming out of Take the Lantern at this part of the game. I'm a little surprised. I guess I have one on the top there too, but that was just planted.
Yeah, Darien just walked over for that. So he likely, between that and Gotta Get Lucky being in the top side of the jungle, he likely knows he's not going to get dove. But Grand Challenge is going to be available again in about 20 seconds, so that could be dangerous.
He's regenerating about 3 hit points a second, which is rather significant.
Oh, Cheney is into the bottom lane, potentially looking for a lane gank, and the ward just died in that forward bush, so Take the Lantern could have a undeserved sense of security here. Oh, there's the Lantern. They jump in. Cheney dashes in. Can they find Gregosaurus? He has no flash. He is dead to rights. Goonstomp will finish him with the True Shot Barrage. Andy gets slowed, but I don't think they have the damage. They're maybe a little bit afraid. Meanwhile, Odin trying to trade back to kill. Oh my gosh, in the bottom lane. I'm not sure exactly how that went. I went back up to the top lane, but Odin gets one. Now can he dash on to Gotta Get Lucky? He does not proc that that weakness, but huge able to flash away. So overall, what is that? A 3-for-1 across the map. Nice play in the bottom lane, I gotta say, from Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, misplay there by Andy. He walked forward into Thresh's ult, which he didn't need to do, which then led to him being vulnerable, being slowed enough that Sedge was able to get the stun off, and then a Thresh hook reeled him in for the kill.
Oh, Ace flashing in onto Huge, looking for the kill. Gotta Get Lucky with the pillar will help. Realm Orb from Ace, actually, will take him up top.
That must have been a
Not sure if that was a misclick.
That must have
yeah,
been a
it must
misclick.
have been. So Huge escapes, perhaps undeservedly so, and Flash burned on both mid laners.
Well, hopefully Ace doesn't go on tilt here, because that was he might have been expecting Huge to go north instead of east.
Sure.
Thought he'd
But
go up toward
still.
top. But yeah, that's still not something. Outthought himself there.
Goonstomp could be in trouble here. Has to flash the root from Jin.
Good flash, like that. Alright,
And so when we take stock of the last couple of minutes, a lot of excitement, a lot of kills, and it's very similar to last game where you've got Blitzkrieg with a 1,000 gold lead, early lead. Can they translate it? Oh, hook lands onto Gregosaurus. He's under the turret, and he's taken so low, but Goonstomp is also low. He just dodges the Deadly Flourish, but Ace is down here. He picks it up. Chaos with another hook, though, onto Andy, and he is going to go down as Huge has shown up. So a 2-for-1 in the bot lane, and now Ace is stuck behind enemy lines. Jump in from Odin onto Darien, but Darien will staunch that very quickly. Ace in a lot of trouble. I'm sure he's dead to rights. Cheney with the Chilling Smite, the root comes out, the shield, but yeah, there's the turret shot, so Cheney picks it up. Overall, a 3-for-1.
Good prediction there by Ace. Able to survive a little bit there, but not able to get out. Yeah, maybe a little too hungry there. Bot lane's in a lot of trouble. Seems like Gregosaurus just keeps getting picked off as Nami here.
Yeah, he used that aggressive flash about 3-4 minutes ago trying for that play, and it seems like he's been punished for not having that flash up for at least 2 or 3 times since then.
Looks like they're gonna get the Drake here.
Free Drake, Ocean Drake. We've had a lot of Ocean in this game, which is sort of boring, but whatever, it's part of the game. But yeah, once again, you know, as you said, the flashless Nami has just been so vulnerable in this bot lane to the Thresh hooks. And you have to give credit, of course, to Chaos for landing those hooks.
Mm-hmm.
$2,000 gold lead now for Blitzkrieg, who, once again, it's a very similar situation to what we saw in Game 1, where they, and as others have seen in other games, where they managed to find leads. It's just about them translating. Oh, that hook almost doors again. Does have the flash back up now, so probably would have been okay. Got to get lucky in Cheney having a duel in the river. And Deadly Flourish does land. Nice shot from Andy. And the pillar comes out. Here's the curtain call, but got to get lucky. We'll just finish it with a bite before even the first shot comes out. Nice pick from Take the Lantern. Yeah, Andy and Huge having another duel. Huge taken very low. He missed the event horizon, and now he could be in trouble. Odin comes around to support. Got to get lucky is there. I got you, bro. No more kills coming. But a good pick for Take the Lantern.
Yeah, really well done there. Shame about the Jhin ult being used, but he'll get it back. I think a big part of this story and why Blitz has been managed to take the lead as well as they have is just because Thresh is not really a champion you see that much, at least in the LCUS. So it's not something that the hooks have been making a lot of the plays.
And you saw the Lantern play with the Sejuani earlier as well. Yeah, it's something that maybe you don't expect in the current meta, that hard initiation coming out. Cheeky little blast cone from Ace there. Now in the top lane, we were talking about this potentially snowballing out of control, and you do have a 45 CS lead for Odin on this Fiora.
Well, that was kind of what we saw in Game 1 also, where Odin just gets such an absurd CS lead. We'll have to see if Darian's able to stick with it and make it up again as the game goes on.
Event Horizon misses. I love what I'm seeing from Ace, where it seems like any time that Event Horizon misses, he is just, his first step is forward right away. He is always looking for an opening as soon as he knows that ability is on cooldown.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see how much more he takes advantage of that. Does get blue buff now though, so literally infinite
there he
mana.
is, walking forward again. Pops the cleanse. There's that cleanse that you were talking about earlier. Will it make the difference? He gets the root down, gets 1 Q, but not quite enough. And overall, it's a pretty even trade.
Yeah, not a lot of
Lucky
damage.
is nearby. Looks like he's just trying to get some vision down.
Probably mad about wasting that cleanse. Oh, the double flash. All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Huge just deletes him, but now got to get lucky, isn't? Can he finish it off? He does, and that's a nice shutdown. 500 gold. But you would prefer to see that onto a different character. Goonstomp just dodges the tidal wave as Take the Lantern trying to be aggressive in the bottom lane. Andy pretty low on mana, and they will back off a bit for now. Hook also goes wide. Look at that damage from the crit, though. Forces the heal out of Goonstomp. I'm not sure if he needed to do that, but respectful.
Odin thinking about roaming, but then decides to take advantage of the empty lane to push. Looks like Gotta Get Lucky is going to try to take on the Herald.
Once again, I gotta give credit to Darian. He is down in CS a lot, but you look at his turret, it is basically full health. So he's managed to at least not bleed out too hard here. Nice job by Odin to chase Gotta Get Lucky off of the Rift Herald. Or has he? No. Gotta Get Lucky says, yeah, stay down here, bro.
Yeah, Gotta Get Lucky. Wow, that's a lot of aggro.
Alright. Shelly finally leashes back to her pit. Now in the mid lane, Huge and Cheney look like they might be trying to set something up onto Ace. Oh my goodness, Ace is in so much trouble. Exhaust comes out, which he's switched over to, but I think he has no chance. Cheney picks it up. And this could be a lot of damage coming down out of that mid lane turret as well.
Yeah, that lack of vision really hurting Take the Lantern here. Obviously they did a little bit better with it in the last couple of minutes, but unfortunately it's not quite where they need to be.
Now you see Team Blitzkrieg pushing basically every lane right now, but every outer turret is pretty healthy. The mid lane not so much, just in the last few seconds. But you had Goonstomp uncontested on that bottom lane turret, didn't even get it close to dead. Odin now starting to hammer away on this top lane turret, not even close to dead. So take the Lantern, at least not in too much danger of losing first brick at this point.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Bot lane is pretty vulnerable at about half health for both sides. So that's probably where we'll see the first blood on the tower. First brick, as you have been calling it. But we'll have to see. There's a big gank coming up here on Darien. Good route, though. I mean, he's been surviving really well here.
Yeah, absorbing that pressure, playing the Dyrus game. And in the bottom lane now, you have 3 people, and it looks like Ace might be looking for a Realm Warp dive, potentially. There is no assistance. I guess teleport is available from Odin if they want to burn that. There's the tidal wave. Are they just trying to zone them off the turret?
Here
Root
comes
lands
the teleport.
onto Thresh. Here comes Ace. Teleport behind them, actually, which is very surprising because they can just go Chaos solo. He is gone. Goonstomp now getting taken very low. He flashes looking for a kill on a Gregosaurus. No chance. Now Odin, he's dueling Andy. He does just wreck him, but the turret goes down, and I think he is all but done. A 3-for-1, and the first turret goes over to take the Lantern. What a nicely set up play.
Yeah, no matter how Odin, you know, Fioric might be able to 5v1 in 40 minutes, but you're not that fed yet.
Now take the Lantern, have they overstayed? Gregosaurus is pretty low, and he's stunned. Look at that damage coming out from Huge. It was actually Cheney who picked up the kill, but Huge gets the second one, and take the Lantern, overstay their welcome. They give back 2 kills. Ace gets stunned. He switched back to the cleanse, and he will get out for that, I believe. And he might turn it around on Cheney. Very low, the Lantern shield, and now he's got to be careful. Chaos on the chase. Oh, he lands the hook, but he has no damage. No one else came with him. I don't think he can finish this off. Ace will Realm Warp away.
Good teleport. I like that.
But once again, take the Lantern just overstaying a bit there. They made a great play, and then they just handed 2 kills back to Huge.
Yeah, staying around that long. I mean, Ace almost managed to turn it back, which would have been really incredible to see. I liked the dance that Ace and Huge were doing there, where Huge was at low health and was trying to help chase, and then every time Ace took a step forward, Huge took 3 steps back. It's like, nope, I'm on to you. It's not happening.
Not this time, bro. So, Gotta Get Lucky has started the second Ocean Drake. Another Ocean Drake. Oh my goodness. So we are just going to sustain for days here in this series, apparently. But it looks like it will be uncontested. Root lands onto Cheney in the mid lane. He's tanky enough that I think he'll be okay. Has to flash away, actually. And Ace is still on the chase. Little poetry coming out there. And Gregosaurus and Gotta Get Lucky have found Chaos in the river. He gets the box down, but Ace is there to finish it off. So a pick and an Ocean Drake going over to take the Lantern.
Yeah, Ace has been doing a lot of work with that cleanse. Ooh, are all 4? Nope.
Curtain call.
Dear God.
Curtain call just to zone them off the turret, it looks like.
Could a Jhin please land his final hit on his ult, please? He might have done
the mid turret will drop here.
He might have done that in bot lane, but I didn't see it, so it doesn't count.
And so we're at about what 2,000-3,000 gold at 20 minutes. This seems like almost an exact repeat of where we were in game 1 with Team Blitzkrieg.
Yep, pretty much, and we'll just have to see if Blitzkrieg can hold on to it this time.
The farm advantages have leveled off. 48 in the top lane. That's about what it was 10 minutes ago. And in the bottom lane, Andy had a pretty big farm advantage for a while. And it's still sizable, but it's about the same as it was 10 minutes ago as well. So we're seeing things stabilize across the map despite all the excitement.
Yeah, it's nice to see the ADCs get those kills now. Because they hadn't had them for so long, but they've got them now and it's working for them.
Now one thing, we see Gotta Get Lucky with 4 kills on the side of Take the Lantern. If I'm not mistaken, there was a game earlier in this split where he had a lot of the kills on their side, and it ended up being pretty detrimental to them in terms of scaling. So I wonder, and I believe it was a Trundle game as well. So I wonder if Take the Lantern will end up in a situation where they really wish that gold was on someone else.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think that in this situation, there's a little bit more even spread compared to that game you're quoting, because we do have 3 kills on Ace. Now, if it ends up that Gotta Get Lucky is the one who gets the next 3 kills.
Odin is looking for a duel onto Ace. But Ace will hightail it up there. Oh, he might get caught, though, by Cheney coming down the river.
Does lack of
the
wards.
Scuttle Crab. Oh, boy, Ace, my friend, I think you are in trouble here. Don't even burn the flash, man. Not worth it. Or is it? Oh, my God, he gets to the wall. Oh, I can't believe he escaped from that. Well done, my friend.
Ezreal ult!
True Shot Barrage, not quite online. So Ace somehow gets out. A lot of burned resources. Hook lands on the Gotta Get Lucky, but it looks like Blitzkrieg is just going to have to give up this turret in the top lane. So Take the Lantern, cutting the lead down to 1.2k gold now.
Ace using the unsealed spellbook will not have flash.
Oh, Gotta Get Lucky is in so much trouble. Can he make the flash over the fat wall? He won't even try it. He won't even get to try it, as the death sentence is true to its name. Another kill for Blitzkrieg.
Good to see Blitzkrieg doing a counter push here. Turret is down, so they probably won't get too much more out of it. Baron is also up. Haven't seen
We
too
saw
much of...
Blitzkrieg rush Baron last game. Certainly not quite as good a position as they managed to sneak it in game 1, but they are starting it. They must, I don't know if they know, but they could have predicted that the bottom lane of Take the Lantern did just go back. Ace and Odin are dueling, and Odin has to flash away, but meanwhile, in the pit, it looks like Take the Lantern are... Oh, actually, there's not so much damage coming out. Teleport comes in from Darien, and I think Blitzkrieg is going to have to back off of this, yes. So
yeah, they didn't have the damage output at all.
Shame on you. And actually, they do catch on to Chaos as well, and Andy will crit him down for a quick kill. So this time, Take the Lantern responds correctly, and Ace, he's on the chase, looking for Goonstomp in the top lane. I don't think he'll find him. The mobility of Ezreal gets him out. Overall, just a quick kill over to Take the Lantern, and the purple worm stays alive.
Yeah, really good awareness there, and like we were saying, the damage output just isn't there. The kills are very evenly spread out, especially the 2 kills on Chaos.
Oh boy, Gotta Get Lucky is going to get caught. Unlucky that time. Huge picks up the kill. Tidal Wave not going to help.
And we are seeing a little bit of what you were saying before about how having a lot of gold and Gotta Get Lucky can be detrimental because he likes playing forward. So if he ends up getting caught out, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Gonna have a bad time.
Because that's happened twice now, so he's got to get his head back in the game.
And now we have, it seems like it's sort of been gradually, but all of a sudden Huge has 5 kills. And we talked about that infinite scaling.
Yeah, Huge's 5 kills are really going to be a bit of a factor, even more than a bit. Especially because his Veigar is now at 165 stacks. 167. So, longer this goes, the worse it's going to get. Odin also is on a champion with significant scaling. So,
yeah, absolutely.
If they don't have a response to him, even if he doesn't get any more kills, inevitably, he will be strong enough to 1v2 or more.
Well, as we talked about in the pregame, there's so much scaling on the side of Blitzkrieg that if this game goes 40 minutes, you have to be so scared if you Take the Lantern.
I just want some more wards from them. I mean, if you look at the ward coverage that Blitzkrieg has in the top side jungle, it's insane. Even the bot side, they've got a couple of good place wards. And I think there are only 2 or 3, a few more now, wards on the map for Take the Lantern.
Odin is going in onto Darien, looking for a duel. There is a turret down there, so I don't think he can really go too deep. Gotta Get Lucky is here. I'm not sure if they can 2v1 this.
They should.
Looks like they're gonna try. And yeah, Odin has no help anywhere nearby. He does jump in onto Darien, but the root comes out. Oh, nice arcane smash to interrupt the dash. and a kill for Gotta Get Lucky again. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Huge is taken pretty low. Goonstomp is also low, and Cheney has to flash away. Curtain call, there's no one to block. Everybody's so low. Who's gonna take the shots? It looks like they will all get away, actually. Woo! Surprise to see them all escape with their lives in that situation.
Yeah, it looked like Jin canceled the ult a little preemptively. Might have been able to get one more shot off, though I don't think he would have killed anybody.
Take the Lantern, though. Nice plays. They get the kill in the bot lane, and they take the initiation in the mid, and they get a turret. And all of a sudden, we're down to under 1,000 gold in a lead that was once 3.
Huge, or not huge, Andy did go for Stormrazor, so he's not that against the meta.
So we'll have to watch that. Looks like Gotta Get Lucky is trying to solo down a Drake right here. It is the Mountain Drake, so we finally get something besides sustain. Ace coming by just to help out. I am curious. You talked about the lack of wards from Take the Lantern. I'm excited, as excited as one can be about ward stats, to look at the stats in the post game and see if it was so much them not placing wards or just a really good job by Blitzkrieg to clear them.
We'll have to keep an eye out and take a look at that. Gotta Get Lucky, he's doing pretty good roam. He's pretty durable too, 2600 HP. Little trap set up here. Gives me a chance to look at both tanks.
Yeah, a little death brush getting put up by Blitzkrieg.
2600 on Darien as well.
Now, another thing that was surprising to me there is Gotta Get Lucky taking the red buff at this stage of the game, as opposed to giving it over to Jin.
I think he, with the amount of slows that Trundle has, I think the ability to get that extra burn on is perfectly reasonable.
Oh, Odin has popped the grand challenge in the top lane. He's looking for Ace. Oh, look at how big that shield is, though. And Ace really trying to protect that last vulnerable, and he does get the solo kill in the top lane duel. But meanwhile, Darien goes down in the jungle, so a 1-for-1 across the map, and Ace does not have teleport. So if Blitzkrieg wants to try to threaten the Baron here, they absolutely can.
He's going to get this turret. He does.
Oh, and the teleport was used. I believe that was from Huge. So overall, a 1-for-1, but a turret over to take the Lantern. And I apologize. That's the second time I've called Fiora's things vulnerables as opposed to vitals. I don't know what's going on.
We got the double split push coming out here with Ace pushing the bot lane and Gotta Get Lucky pushing top. So interesting, a way to apply pressure, and now we're at a 2k gold lead for Take the Lantern.
Yeah, really good job by Take the Lantern here to just, it doesn't seem like it's been in one burst or one ace or anything like that. Just a couple of plays over the last 7-8 minutes that have clawed them back from being down 3k gold to being up 2.
Yeah, if I had to be mean to anyone this game about that, I'd say that Great Beard of Odin's been having a little bit of difficulty this game. He's been caught out 1 or 2 times, trying to get his split push game going. Ace did a really good counterplay there. I'm glad I was able to catch the end of it in the bot lane.
Yeah, that was a fantastic duel and very nice by Ace. He protected that last vital by standing up against the wall, and look at that damage onto Cheney. The smite is gone for Blitzkrieg, as is the support. That will either be Baron or maybe an inhibitor if they, whatever they choose to do. The smite is down, I would think they would turn to Baron, and there they go.
Yeah, I think Baron's a reasonable choice here. But I mean, I suppose I was just about to criticize Odin, but that just happened with Chaos and Cheney as well. They're just not rotating well as a group.
Israel scouts things out, but yeah, there's no chance for Blitzkrieg here to contest this Baron.
So I mean,
yeah,
it seems like it seems like the writing is on the wall at this point because they've given away their advantage, and it wasn't so much their usual difficulties where they're having trouble with figuring out what to do with objectives once they take them and things like that. This game, it just seems to come down to a lot of positioning. Take the Lantern has roamed a lot better. Take the Lantern has been able to split push and keep that sort of momentum going with the split pushes, thanks in part to Ace's ability to use his ult to at least, you know, hop out of sticky situations, if not full-on teleport. And Darien despite not having, you know, the straight head-to-head fighter that you would think of when you think of Malphite, he instead, with his Maokai, rather than being a fighter, is just a deterrent. Every single time Fiora tries to do anything to him, he just knocks her back.
Just walks away, just absorbing that pressure. And you wonder, you know, we talked about Odin. He had a big lead in game 1. He had a big lead in game 2. You wonder if he's sort of feeling too much pressure to try to carry, to try to press his advantage in ways that are potentially unwise.
It's possible. I think he did just fine with the Gnar. It's just that Fiora doesn't quite have the escapes that Gnar does. So Fiora can't really get away when she's caught out. She needs to basically stand her ground and fight anyone who comes to deal with her, which, you know, she's tried to do and has somewhat succeeded, at least from a damage output perspective.
Oh, look at the damage from Ace onto huge, actually huge flash is the way Ace cleanses both guys, saying, all right, we hit each other a lot, but we'll just walk away.
But, you know, I mean,
Odin and Gotta Get Lucky in the bot lane.
Yeah, here's the thing. This is a perfect example. You've got Odin and Gotta Get Lucky. But Gotta Get Lucky, all he's doing is just distracting Odin at this point. He's not willing to engage. He's able to get away. And so he is, rather than helping split push, he's draining resources.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kenos. Event Horizon comes out, and they're jumping in onto Darien. They do land the Death Sentence, play him into the turret, but there's just so much damage coming out from Take the Lantern. The Sejuani ult is a complete whiff once again, and Goon Stomp is taken down to a quarter health just from a simple spell rotation from Jhin. But Huge cleans things up with a double kill. Gregosaurus and Darien both going down. A 2 for 0 actually for Blitzkrieg. Well played.
Hey, the final shot hit.
Right back, Andy with a big play, but Goon Stomp goes right back down. Excuse me, not Andy, Ace with a big play. And overall, Take the Lantern manages to even that fight up a little bit after initially going down 2-0.
Yeah, good job by Andy there, helping clean that up with a good ult and landing that 4th shot.
Yeah, as you said, that 4th shot finally landing. I'm glad that we got to see one for you.
Looks like they're going for that Infernal. Will really help them out.
But yeah, 2 inhibitors gone though for Blitzkrieg. So seems as though, you know, despite getting a couple picks there, finding a decent skirmish, the writing is on the wall and it's in ink.
Or paint, because it's Jhin doing it. We'll see, though. I mean, the game is not quite over yet. And if you're Blitz, I think they just need to keep doing what they were doing in that last fight. You know, execute well, stack your abilities. There haven't been too much in the way of straight-up team fights this game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of skirmishing.
A lot of skirmishes, a lot of split pushing, a lot of drawn-out fights. So I think that if we get a recreation of what happened last time, especially because Ace was in the top that whole time, so they had the numbers advantage besides, which is the way that Take the Lantern's been in the lead this whole time, is they keep getting fights against people like Greatbeard of Odin with a numbers advantage.
And actually, there is only 1 inhibitor down. I said 2 a moment ago, so obviously that helps Blitzkrieg out quite a bit. Me not being correct about that. Take the Lantern will continue to pressure that mid lane though. Banshee's Veil popped onto Ace. No big neutral objectives available right now, so difficult for Take the Lantern to really pressure the map overall.
Yeah, they're more just letting the pressure come in the form of the super minions, who will apply the pressure for them. Looks like this inhibitor. Ooh.
Oh, Sejuani ult does land on to Gotta Get Lucky. He is taken down to about a quarter, and now they land the Death Sentence. Can they finish him? They will knock him down. The damage from Huge nukes him. Darien jumps in and gets a kill back onto Cheney, but they also take down Greatbeard of Odin. It's a 2 for 2 right now. Andy opening up with the curtain call. Will it be curtains for Blitzkrieg? Bubble lands, and it's a double kill actually for the Nami. Gregosaurus coming up big right there. Event Horizon lands, but that's on to Gotta Get Lucky. He will be fine, and it's a 3 for 2 for Take the Lantern.
There was a moment in that fight right after Ace and Darien died where Andy ran forward like he was going, "I'm the carry," you know? And then got that damage out there that helped Gregosaurus get those kills. Because I mean, he's got that little bit of a burst speed there. which has really been helping him get into position for his fourth shot.
This is about to be 3 inhibitors now. All of a sudden, gotta get lucky. Got spot again by the Event Horizon, but he doesn't even care. Double super minions coming from all 3 lanes now, and Baron up in 50 seconds. Things are grim for Blitzkrieg, to say the least, I would say.
It was a little unfortunate for Jin there that his ult wasn't able to get much done, but you ult right in front of Vagar, and what do you expect is going to happen?
Yeah, that could have ended much more poorly for him even. So happy to get out alive, and with 3 inhibitors gone for the opposing team.
Yeah, we'll have to see where Blitzkrieg goes from here.
Oh, Ace has caught on to Huge in the jungle. Event Horizon comes down just to keep himself alive, but Huge has to walk away as Ace imposing his will. And Baron just spawning. The snake roaming through the walls. Kind of tedious. I've always hated that they added that to the game. But we'll see if Take the Lantern just starts it up right away with triple inhibitors down, double super minions.
Looks like they will. They do have Chaos and Shaney lurking. Teleport also blown. This could end up... Well, no. They do have Goon and Odin back to help.
Yeah, it's just going to be up to Cheney to try to find a miracle steal here, I would think. But even if you go for it, even if you get it, if you die, it's a 5-on-4 on the map with 3 inhibitors down. I'm not sure you still, if that's even worth it.
Red inhibitor did just respawn, so...
Oh, well, that's a little bit of a godsend for them. Jump in from
Cheney.
Cheney, looking for the steal. He got it! He does keep the game alive for Blitzkrieg, and now Ace, he's jumped into the back line. He's looking for the kill. Regrosaurus is on a killing spree. He gets another one, and he finishes Chaos, and now they open up with the curtain call. They're looking for Huge, trying to find him. There's the Realm Orb. Ace will finish him in a kamikaze attack. It's 3 for 1. The Baron went to Cheney, but it doesn't matter. The game is going to end on a countdown any moment now.
Yeah, that was definitely... it's actually kind of funny. Almost all of the steals that we've seen today, in fact, I think all of the steals that we've seen today, have come from the team that's behind. And they've, made great plays with it, and they just, unfortunately, it's always been a little too late. But, big props to Cheney for the steals.
Yeah, it was a nice steal, absolutely. I believe the Baron was at 220 or so. I think I saw Odin trying to make a play here. I don't think it's going to happen. Gets bubbled, gets knocked down. Redemption coming out for good measure. Goonstomp trying to poke away, but got to get lucky. Does not care about that damage. And the Nexus will fall, and it's a 2-0 to Take the Lantern to jump up into the top half of the standings. Blitzkrieg, unfortunately, remains winless.
Yeah, great job there by Take the Lantern closing that game out. Once again, like all of Blitzkrieg's games, coming from behind, managing to make something happen there, and make something happen in a rather convincing fashion. Slowly chipping away at that armor, like we pointed out. It wasn't too much in the way of straight up fights until the end there. It was lots of little micro maneuvers. Let's check out some of those stats.
Yeah, so we were talking about the wards. Take the Lantern placed 90 wards, much less than Team Blitzkrieg. I'm trying to do the math quickly right here. But there were actually, I believe, more wards destroyed on the side of Take the Lantern as well. So maybe just not being as effective or selective in terms of where they put those wards down.
Yeah, a lot of wards coming out though of Blitzkrieg though, quite a lot. Like 30 from Huge. It's rather impressive.
Yeah, from your mid laner. That's a big number to come from someone in the mid lane there.
Also, the damage numbers were pretty even as well. Jin just barely squeaking out a little more damage than Huge did. Ace just doing a little more damage than Goon did. So, much more balanced game. Probably just because of that lack of huge team fights. But
Lack of huge team fights.
But we do have an interview here with a top laner from Take the Lantern, Darian. So let's hop over there. Hey, Darian.
Hey, congrats on the 2-0.
Thank you.
So
Go ahead, Kenos.
Oh, that's fine. I was gonna ask about the mindset going up against the Fiora. What'd you think about Maokai in that matchup? Is that one of your go-to counters for her, or?
No, we picked Maokai because of the disengage or engageability for our team count, less so for the lane matchup.
Hmm.
Hmm. Now, I was pointing out that you were down a sizable amount of CS in both games 1 and 2, but you managed to, not let Odin snowball out of control. As a top laner, when you're in that situation, how do you keep yourself level-headed and keep yourself from, letting that guy get out of control?
Well, it's relatively simple. I trust my bot lane and my mid laner to carry me, so I don't need to be like 10-0 to win. And if I don't feed their carry, we will win.
Well, that is a heavy strategy there. Um, I really liked your play, especially in game one when you were rotating so effectively against Odin there. The big stone wall that was preventing him from taking anything. Was that just something that you guys decided would be your job, was to watch your opposite? Um, or was that something that you just stepped up to the plate to do?
Not really. I pushed the lane forward, saw him farming, and saw him mid lane was vulnerable, so we went and killed him.
Okay. Simple and to the
And
point.
now I talked about how you were down in CS in both games. You guys were also, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but you guys were down about 3,000 gold at 15-20 minutes in both games as well. Do you notice those types of things, or are you not really paying attention to that? Are you just looking for the next play?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question real quick?
Sure. I was saying that you guys were down about 3,000 gold.
Yeah, you were down about 3,000 gold for both games, about the same period of time. He's wondering if that's something you guys are aware of when you're, in game. Is that in your mind at all that you're behind, or are you just focusing on the here and now?
Yeah,
Thanks, Kenos.
more so the second game than the first game. First game we didn't feel we were so far behind, but the second game, yeah, we definitely had to start playing a lot safer so we wouldn't, feed and then get even further behind.
Hmm.
I mean, like, in both of those matches, I think our team comp was a lot more focused on like actually getting good team fights. So
Hmm.
you can be heading goal as much as you want to, but if you're CC'd, you're useless.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, do you have any comments of yourself, Darian? There, you want anything to shout out to our audience?
Stop dying.
Excellent. That's we as organization do not want our audience to die, so that's good. All right. Well, thanks for two very entertaining top lane games, and good luck in the split going forward.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Sure.
Congrats on the 2-0.
See you guys later.
All right. We'll hop back to the other channel then. All right. So this is the end of week 4 of the LCUS. We got the scores up here. No score screen, I've been informed, but we can do math on our own here. So we have Blitzkrieg staying down there at the bottom. Cowbell did win one game, so they're going to have 3 points now. White Wolf will be in third place. Phoenix managed to get their 2-0, so they'll be in first. Option 12 in second. And then Take the Lantern moves up to fourth, I believe, based on quick math there. I could be slightly incorrect, but I believe, if nothing else, Phoenix is most definitely in first place currently. That being said, Phoenix has not had their bye week yet.
Coming up in week 6, it looks like.
So option 12 will have a chance to claw back there.
And we have option 12 and Team Phoenix head-to-head next week.
Excellent.
So that'll be fun. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, something to look forward to there. Option 12 getting to declare that they're first place, or Phoenix securing it for all of us and letting us know that they are actually the first place team.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is, right there, we talked about how Phoenix hasn't had their bye week yet, but if they manage 2-0 option 12, they'll be at 4 points. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
They'll keep it.
Yep, something to look forward to next week for sure, along with the other games we'll have coming up. So thank you everyone for watching. Got it done a little bit quicker than some other nights. Thanks, Jeff, for your first time casting. It was
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Good job keeping it together during all that.
Oh, that's fine. We've had worse technical difficulties, believe me. And yeah, for the LCUS, be signing off here. Once again, like, subscribe, check those Prime subscriptions, and we will see you all in the coming days. Have a good night.
Have a good Sunday, y'all.
Yep.
Thanks.